guys, welcome. Episode 1, Chewing the Fat. Here we are, PK, Big Dan, DanDan the man, Warrington, and our special guest tonight is Big RHINO. And we'll get to your RHINO a little bit later. So guys, a little bit about us, Chewing the Fat. It's about boys sitting around talking shit, unfiltered. We're not going to be censored, Dan. We're on.
We are on live and loud, PK. Thanks for having us down here today. Got some real special guests in here. We're going to talk a little bit about the sport, a bit about politics, PK.
Mate, we're going off tap, mate. We are absolutely going off tap about what's happening in this crazy world. But a bit about us. I'm a veteran, mate, done 32 years service in the military, moved to the sunny coast and now just a man of the people, mate. I enjoy what I do and... mate, this is we want to bring a bit of comedy back to the community. People are a little bit serious at the moment, and we're trying to make people have a laugh. So if you're easily offended, this is probably the wrong podcast to get onto because we are going to do our best to offend everybody.
If you've never been offended, maybe try it because it feels naughty at the time. It's like KFC. You eat it, you feel dirty afterwards. So tune in, stick around. A bit about me. I'm DanDan Warrington. Chef, pastry chef for 28 years, DJ, shaker, mover, groover. I'm also amateur comedian, tough crowd. But yeah.
Mate, tough crowd straight up. Yeah, all right. So look, let's open the segment, mate. I'm going to talk about current affairs, mate. The world, the country has gone mad. Oh, I'm sorry, mate. This country... that I've fought for, that we love, has gone A-grade mad, mate. We've got Parliament. They can't agree on the hate laws, so they can't agree who to hate, when to hate, who's hating who. And apparently, it's not okay to hate. It's okay to burn a flag, but don't tell me you're going to burn it. It's okay to burn it, right, mate? And then, mate, we've got the Liberal Party. Them and the Nationals have had a divorce. They've sacked the whole front bench. Nobody knows who's who in the zoo. Poor old Susan Ley, she's lucky to have a job. We've got Angus Taylor. He wants to have a crack. He's already had a crack and lost.
Yes. Right?
And then we've got our old mate, Andrew Hastie. Eh? The big veteran was going to go to politics, was going to change the world. Knifed our mate, Big Ben Robert Smith. Knifed him to the journalists. That's only just come out recently. So you're a dog, Hastie. You're a dog. Mate, you sat out there, gave a big political speech about how you're not going to join up with the Labor to approve the hate laws, but you changed your mind. And then now you're going to go against Susan Ley, but you realise you didn't have the support, so you changed your mind again. So the thing about Andrew Hastie is when things get difficult, he gets haste and he bolts.
He lives up to his name.
Piss weak. But... there is some light at the end of the tunnel.
Tell me it's Pauline Hanson.
Mate, Auntie Pauline. I love Auntie Pauline.
Auntie Paul.
Mate,
that's a lot.
Latest polls, 29% of the primary vote at this present moment in time, One Nation.
No, there's only One Nation.
Well, mate, there is. Mate, the Liberals are at 19%. And Labor, Albuquerque, good old Albuquerque, mate, sitting at 34%. You're in trouble. Now, our man Barnaby.
Barnaby.
Joyce. How good is the Barnaby Joyce, right?
Love him. Up to it, doesn't he?
Well, he does. And now Corey Bernardi
has
joined One Nation today. That's happened all today. But a couple of things, I did a little bit of research because I thought to myself, politics is a pretty funny game, isn't it, really?
It's an argument.
It's very funny because I can say I'm in this party and I don't like you, Dan. Dan Warrington's a dickhead and I want nothing to do with him. Next week we'll join together and we're lovers. Now, it wasn't that long ago that Barnaby said that Arnie, because we're friends, Arnie, Pauline and myself, bat poo crazy.
Oh.
Obviously didn't want to use the word shit, so we're going to bat poo crazy.
Right?
And Bernardi, he told Pauline to sack his chief of staff, mate Ashby, and the mad politician from the sunny coast, Stephen Dixon.
You're going to love these Aussies.
Mate, I love him. He told us to sack him, but now they're all in bed together, and mate, they're all friends. But seriously, Auntie Pauline, mate, she's Australia.
Mate, she has not changed her tune. I was talking to RHINO earlier before the show, and he was just like, The lady doesn't change a tune.
Well, it doesn't. It doesn't. And this is the thing, you know. Pauline's been in politics for a long time. Yeah. She's stuck to her values, her morals. Yeah. Mate, she's had shit put on her from everybody, from the please explain to, you know, xenophobia and all the crap. But you know what? Pauline is what our values are about. And to me, mate, it's not that hard, right? Yeah. It is not that hard. This country was formed on migration. We're a multicultural society here in Australia. We always have been.
So let a ginger run it, you reckon?
Well, no. Well, I'd take it as a ginge, but we're going to do it. But look, the thing I'm concerned about, mate, is the politicians, the Liberal and the Labor Party and the Nationals who vote, and anyone that voted for this hate law, if you think it's okay to burn the Australian flag, all right? It's not okay, all right? Is it okay? Don't burn the flag. Mate, you can call us shitheads, you can call us pieces of shit, do whatever you want to us, but don't burn our flag, right? So I'm sorry. You know, we pay your taxes. You are our elective representatives, and if you think it's okay, protect our flag, protect our country, protect our people, and anyone that calls Australia home, regardless of your race, regardless of your background, I don't give a shit where you come from, mate. Yeah. Regardless. And if you don't like those rules, there's the airport. Piss off.
And don't burn the flag on the way
Don't
out.
burn the airport. No, exactly right. Go home. All right. It's not that hard, mate.
Talking about airports, let's go international now with some of Trump's antics, PK.
Mate, another bloke.
Going on that.
Another bloke I like. I do like Trumpy. He's a lunatic, but I do like him. The main reason I like him, he brought back the plastic straw. Oh. Now, when you want to talk about politics and you want to talk about leadership, let's talk about the plastic straw.
It's a dolphin killer, but he didn't do it on purpose, did he?
Well, mate, he didn't. But what he said was, I don't care if a shark drowns because of a straw. I want to get through my Slurpee, is what he wanted to do. And I'm with you. I'm with you, Trumpy. Because you know what? You cannot get through a Macca's Slurpee, a full one. A large straw. I'm a large man. I do. Well, they're large anyway. So look, at the end of the day, mate, he invaded Venezuela. He changed the Gulf of Mexico to now the Gulf of America. Really? Yeah, he's had a crack there. He decided not to send all the Mexicans home because they had no one to do the cleaning if that happened. So they've kept the Mexicans in America.
You mentioned tacos.
Well, tacos. Yeah, it's a good taco. But anyway, look. But I'll be honest, mate. I think politics is causing some other issues there, and the Australian politics is even getting worse because, you know, I heard a marine scientist on the radio this morning, last night actually, and he said, "Be careful of the water." So ever since he said that, I've been bunny hopping on the shitter in case something comes up and grabs me. I ran my shower last night for 30 minutes because I was scared of the water. And then I realised what it was about. It was about all these shark attacks. And the crocodile attacks. Yep. All these things. And then if they're not having a crack, the dingoes are having a crack. And once again, who's to blame? Albuquerque. Mate. And you want to know why? Multiculturalism. Because Dan, when I was a kid, the Greeks owned fish and chip shops. Yes. And there was flake on every single menu. It was the number, mate, battered. We didn't used to grill fish. That was for bloody yuppies, all right? But crumbed and battered flake was the go, all right? All of a sudden, multiculturalism. Who owns the fish and chip shops now? Asians. Yeah. Now listen, I don't mind a good dim sim, char kway teow, all that sort of good stuff, fried rice. But stay in your lane, 100%. Fish and chips, so where do they get their fish from? Imported from Thailand.
Bacl, Vietnamese sewers.
Exactly, Dan. So you know what? You know what the Sharks have said?
We're going to eat you.
Fuck you, Australia. Yeah. You're not going to eat us, we're going to eat you.
Yeah.
RHINO, mate, welcome aboard to Chewn the Fat, mate.
Thanks for having me. Pretty stoked to be number one, to be honest.
Mate, it is, mate.
Long awaited, much anticipated Chewn the Fat.
Well, yeah, that's it, mate. And you know, look,
have a nibble.
We're going to really delve really deep today, and we're going to have a really honest and frank conversation. Yeah. Because I've got a a fairly big interest in jails.
Yeah.
Now,
a lot of people do, PK.
It's a weird thing, mate.
It's the unknown.
Yeah, well, I think that's what it is. And, as I said, I've watched Shawshank Redemption, loved it, great movie, one of the best.
Chopper.
Chopper, once again,
Orange
Uncle
is
Chop
the New
Chop,
Black.
loved it. Orange is the New Black, like that for the lesbian scenes.
The shower scenes.
Yeah, Wentworth, one of my favourites.
Wentworth.
Love Wentworth.
I watch it religiously.
Prisoner back in the day, Lizzie Birdsworth. So, mate, look, I hope you don't mind, mate, but can you explain or short? And as you said, mate, there's probably a lot of people out there that are very, very interested.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, and I'll pose it like this, right?
Yeah.
So you're just a normal bloke in Beerwah. I get myself in a bit of strife with the law. I get told I'm going to court. I go down to Taro Cash, I buy a new suit because,
Yeah.
sort of court weddings and funerals
At Lowe's.
at Lowe's. Well, at Taro Cash, because I do like Taro Cash, a big plug for Taro. Anyway,
Good sponsor, that'll be.
yeah, it could be. So, mate, we lob into court, and before you know it, I'm in the back of the divvy van and I'm going to Woodford.
Yeah. Well,
Let's just say, it's a serious. I'm going to Woodford. Right?
What'd you do?
you wouldn't be going to Woodford Straight. You'd be going to BCC.
Okay, well, what's VCC?
So Brisbane Correctional Centre, which is like a remand. It's a remand jail.
Right,
And
so
then-
that's where you go first, yeah?
Yeah, out of the watch houses and out of there you go to BCC.
Right.
And then from there you get really allocated where you're going to go.
All right, so let's just say I get there. They take me Taro Cash suit off me, put it in a bag.
Gone.
Give me the greens.
Give you the greens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny
Mate,
greens.
Are we
The Danny's.
bending over, spreading our ass cheeks,
No.
getting covered in flour and fire hose and all that sort of shit
No.
like in the movies? No, what's the game, mate?
No, so they're not allowed to do that anymore. Like they, squat and cough.
No
And,
cough.
Nah, it's crazy. They're not allowed to do that in case they have a weapon inside them, and when they squat, it hurts them. Yeah.
But it's okay to take the weapon in jail.
Yeah, so they can take it out when they get in and stick it in an officer or something. That's fine. But yeah.
All right.
So
no
yeah.
pat down for drugs.
Pat down.
Yeah.
Like they'll do a strip search. They'll do a strip search, but
But no insert.
no,
No finger down to the knuckle
no,
and a twist.
no, there's
Looking for
no.
the doctor's wristwatch or anything.
No,
like
no,
that.
no.
Okay, right.
There's actually no. You can get in trouble for patting too close to the genital area.
Really?
Yeah, yep.
The prisoners have got rights. Anyway, we'll get into that. So, mate, yeah, okay. So
Yep.
you go at this BCC,
Yep.
and then
You might be there a couple of weeks. That's generally, it's a shit pile. Like it's just, they're all coming off drugs. When they're in that jail, they're all, they've just been thrown in there from all walks of life, So generally there's a fair bit of trouble down there, but then, they get allocated to the jail they're going to.
So in this case, they're going to Woodford.
Yep.
So they've been in there at BCC for a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden, the lovely established Woodford Correctional Centre.
Yeah.
They get out there. What's the go?
They get out there, they speak to a psych, they go through all the induction process. They then, the first day they'll go to, it's called an induction unit. Well, that's what they had when I was there. They go to induction unit, used to be N7 was the induction unit. And so they'd go there, and then from there, they might only be there one night, they might be there a few nights, but it just depends on where, vacancies open up from people getting out, and then...
Like a hotel.
No.
Right. Okay.
It's like then they get allocated, then they get sent to whatever unit they're going to go to.
All right. So
They don't get a choice.
So you get given a room, got a cellmate.
Yep.
At that point, they're working out who's playing mummy, who's playing daddy.
They sort that out
What's the
pretty
go,
quick.
mate?
They
Like,
sort that out pretty quick. Yep.
Is it like we see in the movies?
No.
Is it okay? So tell me what it's like. You know, like that first night that old mate's in prison.
Is he going to cop it sweet?
What's going to happen?
So it depends on, like, in all seriousness, it depends. A lot of these guys, they've been in and out of the system their whole life, so they're known.
Yeah.
But if you're just a random coming in, you're going to get tested.
Let's just say.
First time, you're going to get tested, and I've seen it firsthand.
They'll put you through the ringer.
A guy's walked in, he hasn't even put his bongos down, he hasn't even put his gear down, and there's been prisoners approach him and basically, I don't know what's said, but like it's either going to be you're giving us your shoes or, you know, whatever it may be.
So it's a bit of a test, right?
Bit of a test, but also see what they can get. Like they genuinely want stuff off them. So
Yeah, sure, but I mean, surely they're putting that prison to the test because if old mate says, no, piss off, you don't have my shoes.
yeah, then
And old mate decides he punches on and...
well, then it's a fight. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they'll work out that, oh, well, mate, old mate can handle himself. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gathering
yeah.
there's a bit of a sorting out period, right?
Yeah.
That's what you would expect. Yeah.
But generally, you know what? Like generally, there's 2 or 3 prisoners that are, you know, it's not just one out.
Troublemakers.
It used to be one out, like back in the, you know.
So how does it work out who goes in what cell, who goes in what...
Just wherever a
in
vacancy
what,
is.
like who's in protected custody,
Oh.
who's not.
Okay,
Like,
so
what's the go with that, right?
so protective prisoners, like so they sign over to protection,
Right.
or pedophiles, or they're scared, or you know, drug debts, or whatever it may be, or pedophiles, or pedophiles. They will, they're automatically in protection. They cannot go mainstream because they'll get killed.
What are we protecting the pedophile? I mean, he's butt in there. Like, shouldn't they just be sorted out in there?
How much time you got?
No.
Mate, look, that's a whole different day. I don't know why we are.
Yeah.
Actually, no, do you know what? I'll tell you why we are.
You touch our kids, I'll fucking touch
No,
you.
yeah, I'll tell you why we are. Is because the bleeding heart cockheads who've never stepped foot in a jail make the decision for prison. You know, oh, I know he fiddled with that 6-year-old girl and ruined her life forever, but we can't have him get hurt.
What the fuck is that about?
Mate, that's what it's about. And that's what I mean. Like, there's people who make decisions for prison in Queensland
That is unreal.
they've gone straight from uni into town. They go straight from uni into head office and they're making decisions.
Textbook shit. Hey,
You know, mate, do you know what? Like, yeah, look, that's a
that's a big subject, isn't it?
it's a massive subject, and it's been that way for years and years.
Seems to
So
be the fucking going right around the world that we protect our priests and our pedophiles and it's all
politicians,
okay,
you know, like
no,
there's,
it's not okay.
Mate.
It's not okay.
it's not. Look,
Moving right along.
I've got
Politicians, so
protected.
people of notoriety.
Even for a very famous crime.
Yeah.
So you know, like Daniel Cowan, who killed Daniel Morecambe, Brett Cowan, who killed Daniel Morecambe.
Yeah.
Automatic protection.
Shout out Denise and Dennis.
Jared Baden Clay, you know the one who protection. Like so, really well-known crimes.
Sure.
Whereas someone like say, and they just made a documentary on him, and I watched it. I had him in my unit for a few years there. Brendan Abbott, the postcard. They call
Postcard
it
bandit.
the postcard bandit. He was never he never sent a postcard in his life, but he was never protection. So he's probably one of the most famous prisoners in the country.
Yeah.
But was never protection.
Wow.
But you know, someone like Jared Baden Clay, who most people wouldn't know,
Yeah, exactly.
he's protection because it was
Yeah, because it was.
was in the news.
So, mate, in these prisons,
Yeah.
who runs the prisons?
Who runs the yard?
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, you know,
Really
we
answers
see all these American movies about the Bloods and the Crips.
Who's the
and-
top dog?
And all that sort of stuff. Is it the Brothers for Life? Is it the bikies?
Is it B. Smith?
Like, who is it? Who's running the prisons, mate?
Whoever's controlling the drugs.
Wow.
Whoever's controlling the drugs, they're running that unit. And it's, you know what, it used to be that you could rely on a unit heavy
Yeah.
Yeah.
to almost sort of help you do your job.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, pull rate, like, because the prisoners don't want the spotlight on their unit. So you get a unit heavy to get them to pull their head in, and, you know, jail would run as smoothly as jail runs. But nowadays, it's whoever's got the drugs is controlling the unit. The Indigenous, you know what? You can't. You get in trouble with one, you're in trouble with them everywhere. Doesn't matter what jail you go to. Yeah. But generally, like bikies, no, not really.
They haven't got the run. They haven't got the ball anymore.
No, not really. Because you know what they do is they recruit like. They'll get some 19-year-old kid. Go, you're a Mongol. Yeah, all right, cool, yeah. And then he gets out and they go, who the fuck are you? Piss off, like, you know. Right, okay. But so they get him in there for numbers. But no, whoever's got controlling the drugs in there, is they're running it, basically.
And what about daily routine, mate? Look, what's the daily routine for a prisoner?
It's the same thing every day. So for an officer. You mean? Or
no, for a prisoner.
For a prisoner.
Yeah.
Mate, they get unlocked at around 7:45.
Yep.
Have brekkie. We'll do a head count. They'll hang around until around 9 when classes start and things like that. They can do classes and what have you, and then it's around 10:30. There's another muster. So you got to count them all.
Yep.
Not the gimpy muster, is it?
There's no country music. No country music. No nothing. No. And then they hang around again till 2:30. There's another muster. But I mean, in that time, they might go out to the Oval or to something, But then at 2:30, everyone's back for muster, and then about 5:30, lock away.
5:30, locked away.
Lock away.
2 musters in one day.
When do they get to watch Home and Away and Neighbours and all that sort of shit?
When they're in their slot, when they're in their cell.
Oh, they've got TVs in the cell?
Yeah.
Is there a favourite TV show going down in these jails, mate? Like are they closet Home and Away fans that we don't know about, these murderers?
But I reckon they are. Like,
I mean, what channels do they get to watch?
So they get things like 7, Mate, Prime. There's none of this bullshit you see. Like they don't have PlayStations and they don't have Foxtel and all. They don't. Mate, they get the bare minimum. They get the footy. They get
through Channel 9, obviously.
Yeah, Channel 9. Yeah. But they just get your standard 7, 9, 10, and 2.
Right.
Sort of thing.
Yeah. So they're actually, as you said, TVs in their cells. Are they provided for them?
Yeah, they're provided. Okay. But they're no bigger than a computer screen. They're clear plastic, so we can see if they're hiding anything in them.
They got remote controls. That's what we need to know here.
They do have remote controls. Mate. They do have remotes. That's a big story in itself.
That's gripping.
They lose remotes.
What about sticks? How often is there a stick? Daily.
If you averaged it out.
Like a fight. Oh.
If you averaged it out. Yeah. It's funny. Like people go, oh, full moon. It's in there. It almost proves true. Like when you go, mate, shit just doesn't feel good. No. And you know what? Then, but it depends on what's happening outside. Who's hating who. Bikie gangs fighting, racial. But if you average it out through the year, it's probably like you'd probably think one a day.
Yeah.
Every day, like.
Do they get to listen to podcasts?
Oh, maybe. I don't know if they have radio on their TV.
Hello to everyone at Woodford Prison.
And
please tune in to Chew on the Fat because...
Channel 7, you've got to mention too. They want to start a brand new show here live on there with PK and DanDan and Chew on the Fat. You come and tune in now. And
So we go back a step. So we talk about blues and all that sort of stuff. And obviously, mate, the guards sit in the tower and just watch these blues happen with their guns and get ready to shoot people. And what are you running in with battens and belting the piss out of people?
Like, ground zero, mate. You armed up?
No guns.
No.
No guns, no battens.
Pepper spray.
You get. It was only. I think it was like 2019 or something. 2018. They gave us CS spray.
Yeah.
Just a little canister. But before that, you had handcuffs and a radio.
Wow.
That it.
And before that, you had 2 officers. Now they have 3. On the floor. But there's no weapons.
So my question to you then is how many prisoners through a unit?
Depending on the unit, but like it's funny, when I first started, it'll be say like a 36 bed unit, I think, or 34 bed unit, and you'd be locking away with like 28, 29. Now, that same 34 or 36 bed unit, whatever it is, there's like 65
Yeah.
in that unit.
So, you in a bit of trouble, mate, before? Or what's the worst case you've been in?
Oh, mate, jeez. What, you mean as far as fighting and stuff?
Have there
Or
been any times when you're a bit nervous, like, shit, this is about to go down?
Oh, mate, do you know what? If people go in there and they're not scared at some point,
Yeah, of course.
they're not human. Like, it's funny. The only reason we could do our jobs is because the prisoners allowed us to. If they didn't want us to go home, we weren't going home.
Yeah.
And
That's what I mean. You've got 65 prisoners, 3 guards.
Environment's
Like, do
scary.
the numbers, right?
The ratio.
Why are they not overthrowing the unit? You can't. They know they can't be shot. They can't be tasered. You got a little bit of CS gas.
Because they're so fractured.
Right.
So there's cliques. They got their own group. Well, I'm not fucking doing it. You know, I'm not doing it just because you're doing it. They're not all united.
They don't get along.
They're not all one. But then you got that group. I've only got 3 months to go.
Yeah.
You know, I want to get parole, or you know,
They want to get out.
they want to get out. And then you got this group that, you know, I'm not doing it just because you're doing
They're
it.
lifers and they've got nothing else to lose, eh?
I mean, eventually, like at some point, I think it was, I can't remember what year, there was a riot there at Woodford, but that's rare. That's
That is rare, yeah.
that's pretty rare.
What about, mate? Who was the toughest prisoner
Oh.
you ever saw in your time at the prison?
Jeez. Yeah. So, there's a lot of them, mate. So, do you know, there was I don't even know if I can name names.
No, well, don't worry about naming names, but why was this individual so tough?
Mate, and do you know what, this is going to sound cliche, but for the really obvious reason that they could punch the shit through you.
Yeah, right.
But not only that, they could do that, but also they had jail smarts, and they knew the system, they knew how it ran. Now, I remember, like, I'll tell you a story. There was this one day, this particular prisoner, jeez, I'll say his nickname was Pumbaa. It was an Aboriginal guy, and Jesus, yeah, he was legit. He could look after himself. Anyway, I've gone to unlock, and you know, he was I put him in a really early cell, so that way it would speed up the rest of them because he wants to get on with his day. This kid come out of like cell 22 or something and just slammed his door. Boom. And I've looked up and gone, what, you know, here we go, what's going on? Anyway, I looked straight at Pumbaa, and he looked at me and said, like I just said, don't worry about it. He went over and had a little chat, and about 10 minutes later, this kid came up and said, oh, sorry, Chief, I just had a really bad night's sleep, and I'm sorry, that won't happen again, you know. And I looked at Pumbaa, and he, you know, what's that?
Someone on your side.
Well, he wants his day to go as smoothly as possible. So, but mate, but you know, for every Pumbaa, there's one of those in every unit. Like there's some tough men in there, mate. Like that's just the life that they've lived. So yeah.
Mate, and funniest moment?
There's plenty of those. There's a couple. I remember. I was always big with manners, right? Like if I asked a prisoner to do something, I always said please and thank you. I just think that's the basic human decency. And this prisoner walked up to me one day, and they used paper towel, like folded paper towel, you know, for cleaning and wiping. And this prisoner walked up to me and said, Chief, paper towel. I said, what about it? He goes, well, I fucking want some. I said, okay. He goes, well, you going to give me some? I said, oh. When you speak to me like a human, he goes, Chief, can I have some paper towel, please? I said, there you go. Manners gets you what you want. He said, manners made me end up in here. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, I went into the corner store. I said, please give me all your money, and he wouldn't, so he had to take out my gun.
Yeah, I love it.
I was like, piss off, you idiots.
That's Trying to work on their humour, right?
Well, they do, and some of them are genuinely funny. Now you can't openly laugh with them and stuff, but mate, that was genuinely funny. Honestly,
Way and write it down for sure, mate. We're going to do, and look, mate, thanks for your honesty of that and giving us a good insight to what it's all about in there.